So the final Splatfest is officially over, and Team Pass won. And by the way, I'm still mad about the fact that Present didn't win, since I was on that team. And I guess now that Splatfests are over after past, present, and future, it may be time to move on to Splatoon 4. Now, there is one question I have about a certain character in Splatoon, and that's Mr. Grizz. And the big question is, will Mr. Grizz return in Splatoon 4? Now, before I try to answer that question, I'll briefly explain who Mr. Grizz is. Now, Mr. Grizz is a bear who is a CEO of Grizz Industries. You first meet him in Splatoon 2 with the introduction of the Salmon Run mode. He is seen as a wooden bear-shaped radio, and he likely gave away pre-recorded messages as the actual Mr. Grizz, who is a bear, isn't seen in person until Splatoon 3. Now, Mr. Grizz's ultimate goal is to create fuzzy ooze and spread it around the earth to recreate mammalian life. But to create fuzzy ooze, he needed golden eggs to produce it. That's the whole reason why he started this company called Grizz Industries, meaning that he's clearly the owner of that company. And the whole purpose of his company is that he hired Inklings and Octolings to gather up the eggs for him by stealing them from those poor Salmonoids. So that way, he can continue on with his ultimate plan while the Inklings and Octolings didn't even suspect whatever the heck he was planning to do. Maybe those poor Salmonoids didn't deserve to be killed after all. They deserve to live their life in peace at their homes without ever being disturbed by Inklings and Octolings who want their eggs since Mr. Grizz hired them to do so. In Alterna, this whole world is covered by fuzzy ooze. All thanks to Mr. Grizz, who gathered up golden eggs thanks to those Inklings and Octolings who collected them from Salmonoids. He literally tricked them this whole time. And because of this, he was one step closer to reaching his ultimate goal. All he needed was Cuttlefish's brain, but that nearly killed him. And since his brain was gone, he was left in a dehydrated state. And regardless of his current state, he was still able to live anyway when Agent 3's tear saved him. And now back to Mr. Grizz. He launched a rocket up into space to finalize his plan. And if New Agent 3, Small Fry, and DJ Octavio didn't stop him, this would happen. But thankfully that reality didn't happen, as we already defeated Mr. Grizz at the end of the Splatoon 3 story mode. And since we defeated him at the end of the story mode, thanks to the help of DJ Octavio, what will happen to him in Splatoon 4? And if he happens to return in the next game, I have 3 theories in mind about what will happen to him. Theory number 1. Okay, so you know about the fact that Mr. Grizz's radio got remade into a big salmon that's eating a bear in Grizz? Well, assuming that Salmon Run returns in the next game, Mr. Grizz could probably still use that radio to record his messages and deliver them to players during Salmon Run. Plus, he is even seen floating around in outer space during the credits, and he probably remade that radio from a wooden bear eating a salmon to a salmon eating a bear due to his defeat at the end of the Splatoon 3 story mode. If that's the case, then he is actually alive and giving away pre-recorded messages to Inklings and Octolings and still hiring them to harvest eggs from Salmonoids. However, he will not continue on his original plan to recreate Earth in mammalian life, as he realized that plan is no use now. And if he tries again, New Agent 3 will defeat him all over again, so it's no use. Theory number 2. Ever since Mr. Grizz's defeat at the end of the Splatoon 3 story mode, which is Return of the Mammalians, Lil Judd may have replaced Mr. Grizz as the new employer of Grizz Industries. What makes this the most likely case is that Lil Judd is wearing a headset that connects to the Mr. Grizz radio, who hires Inklings and Octolings to harvest eggs from Salmonoids. Plus, if you look at Lil Judd's deck in Table Turf, you'll see that all of his cards are Salmonoids, except for Inkjet and himself. And because of that, Lil Judd may happen to be the new owner of Grizz Industries, even after Mr. Grizz died. So when you play Summon Run, Lil Judd will hire you to harvest eggs from the Salmonoids, just like the previous owner Mr. Grizz. But unlike Mr. Grizz, we're not sure what Lil Judd may do with the eggs once they're harvested. Theory number 3. Mr. Grizz is actually dead since New Agent 3, Small Fry, and DJ Octavio defeated him, and he may not come back in Splatoon 4 at all. And because of that, Grizz Industries is out of business without him. This means that the Salmonoids will live peacefully in their lives at their own homes. No need to worry about being disturbed by Inklings and Octolings who were hired to kill them for their eggs. And what that all means is that there will be no Summon Run mode, and there will have to be a new mode that replaces Summon Run somehow. So yeah, those are the 3 theories that I have in mind whether or not Mr. Grizz will return in Splatoon 4. And if you agree with my theories, let me know which theory you think is the most likely scenario for Mr. Grizz to return in Splatoon 4 by typing your thoughts in the comment section. Anyway, like and subscribe if y'all enjoyed. Peace, Woomy Gang.